Hi, Deb here. And what we're going to do today is we're going to work with a really fun tool called the cloning tool. And you'll notice that I have this file open called Coffee Alfresco. And you'll notice that there's a cup of coffee here on the table. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take that cup of coffee and we're going to clone several other cups on the table and all over the place, just as a tool to kind of demonstrate how you can take certain parts of a picture and you can actually copy them to other parts of the picture. So anyway, I'm going to start out with this cup of coffee here. I'm going to come over to my toolbar, my toolbox palette over here, and I'm going to select my clone tool. And you'll know that as soon as I select the clone tool, I have some different choices here. So basically, I'm going to leave this. I've got a 24 here, so I'm going to pick a relatively sharp brush. And you'll notice the size it is. I'm kind of taking a look at it, and so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Not much though, about that size. At about 19. And so basically, now that I've got my tool selected, I want to hold down my Alt key, and you'll notice that when you hold down the Alt key, once we get there we go. I hold down the Alt key, and it looks like a bullseye. See how it changes there when you hold down your Alt key? What I'm doing here is I'm telling Photoshop that this is where I want you to start copying. And so I'm going to click on that to record that. And then I'm going to come over here to the little area on the table here, and I'm just going to click and hold, and I'm going to start drawing that cup. Now, if you can use your mouse while you're watching that draw, you see that basically you can see there's a crosshair right on top of the cup that's showing me right what I am cloning. So now I have an extra cup of that coffee cloned right over here. I have an extra cup. If I want to, each time you're going to clone it, you want to make sure that because Photoshop needs a reference point, so you want to make sure that you've cloned it from, that you've recorded. Right here I'm recording now where I want that to go. I'm going to click, and now I'm going to come over in the pavement, and I'm going to click that little cup right over in the pavement. And you'll notice that there's a white background and you can kind of see where it's grabbing the crosshair there of where your mouse is copying. So it copies all the way around there. So I've got a cup over there. Now the really cool thing, and what I would recommend that you do, is you come over and you would go ahead and set the location, okay, of what you're going to clone, and then come down and create a new layer. Whoops, daisy, I got two layers there, so we're going to go to layer 1, and then come over and you can click anywhere in the picture actually, and then start drawing that cup on a new layer, because what that does is give you the independence as soon as you're finished. Okay. And then I'm going to go down, I'm going to disengage the clone tool and go to my move tool. Then I can take this cup that I've done, because I'm in layer 1 here that I've just created, and I can move it anywhere I want it now. I can move it right back over to the table. I can put it over here. And so let's do that again. Okay, and this time I'm going to click on the layer. Well, actually, first I'm going to go back to the background layer, and I'm going to select my oops, daisy, I've got to go back to my clone tool, and then I'm gonna select the object that I'm going to clone. Now I'm going to click on layer 2, and I'm going to clone another cup of coffee. Okay, there we go. Okay, and I'm done. Okay, and then I'm going to come up and I'm going to disengage the clone tool. And I'm going to come up, this is kind of fun, I'm going to use my magic wand tool that we are just starting to work with, and I'm going to click the white area there. Notice that I got pretty much this area. So now what I'm going to do is knock out that white area just by clicking my delete key, and see how I've knocked out that. It's almost like I've masked out the white area. okay, on the coffee cup. And then I'm going to deselect. So I go up to my select menu and I deselect, or Control D if you want to do it off your keyboard. And then I'm going to grab my eraser tool, and I'm going to come over. Whoops, that's a big eraser, isn't it? I'm going to drop that down. I'm going to click here and then drop that down a little bit smaller. Whoops, even smaller still. And then I'm going to clean up a little bit around this area, because I'll show you what we can do then. Once I've cleaned up around that cup, I'm going to click back onto my Move tool, and I'm in Layer 2. I'm going to move this coffee cup right up into his hand. Okay, looks like I need to clean that cup up just even a little bit more, but it looks like now he's getting ready to take a little swig of the coffee. So if you feel like you need to clean up any more of that, just go back to your eraser tool and kind of clean up that tool. You're not really going to affect what's under it, just what's around that coffee cup. And so so you're able, if you select from your background layer what you're going to clone, and then you clone it in a new layer, that gives you the control of being able to move that then anywhere you want it. This cup that I cloned and I put right on the background layer, see, now I've got to figure out how to fix that part that I put there. And so if I want to, I could actually come over here and I come back to the background layer and select this area, and see, I can clone around this to clean that up, and literally put the cup, take the white back out, only by now cloning the brick. Anyway, the clone tool is a very useful tool, and a tool that'll come in handy with a lot of different things, a lot of touch-ups that you want to do on different photographs, or moving things from one side to the other, or copying certain textures from one place to another, or smoothing things out a little bit. The clone tool really comes in handy. Anyway, have fun, enjoy, and practice a lot with the clone tool. Talk to you later. Bye now.